Their church, it is coming to the end of summer. I know technically we've still got a little more than a month to go, but if you're like me, it's felt like the weather in the mornings and even overnight has been closer to fall weather than what I typically think of as summer weather. It's a nice brisk morning, well, not brisk, but at least cool in at Sunnybrook Park, where last night's rain have brought out slugs. I mean, they're all over the place, which is actually a welcome change to the flies and mosquitoes that can be out in the morning when it's a little hotter and balmier. I don't know if I'll be able to show you one or not. Here's a little slug on the ground, just sitting there, and it's big enough that this slug has been living for a while, and apparently all the others, but the rain has brought them out, and so it's a kind of a slug party out here at Sunnybrook. It's just amazing how vast and small our world is in so many ways. A lot of the time I like to look at the big things, like the big trees. There's a large bird that's been hanging around the church, some kind of a raptor, a falcon, or a hawk. But you know, the world is comprised of so many small, wonderful things, and the world's aliveness is just full of so much that is minute. And God is the God of it all. And you know, I have to confess that this time of year, there's part of me that wants to go in for something really big in the fall. Like, I remember in churches that I've served, and I've heard stories from CPC about how when we've had big fall rally days and had events for kids, kind of a carnival atmosphere, try to make a big party to draw people back and celebrate the start of Sunday school. And that's good, that's wonderful. Those things are great, and I believe the Holy Spirit has been in them. Now, we're not going to do something really big like that for CPC, because it just doesn't seem to fit where we are right now as a church. But where we are as a church is that we really are seeing a lot of small things bubbling up. At our drive-through dinner, which last month served 150 meals, the most we've ever served, and on a really stormy night. At our drive-through dinner, we are again going to invite our neighbors to pull around into the parking lot and sit down and eat together, and hopefully some will. We can be praying over that. You know, we were going to do that last month, but the storms prevented us from doing it. We're partnering with some churches for ministry, like youth ministry. We're going to be working with area churches on some community youth ministry events. One will be later next month, a fifth quarter after football party. We're going to partner with Valley Presbyterian Church on some mission events that will include youth at when we serve North Presbyterian Church during the month of August. And really, I guess it is a big thing that community preschool is moving into the building. We can celebrate with them that they just got the all clear from the state inspector to go ahead and open, and we'll work with them on some final adjustments to our facility and what they need. But that's really great. On September 5th, preschool will begin with community preschool in CPC's building. And so we can think of a bunch of small ways that we can provide hospitality to them. I think God is retraining the church's imagination, not to feel like it needs to be big, not to feel like it needs to be impressive. And sometimes change feels like it moves at a slug's pace, but God is alive and at work, and bringing forth new things all the time. So let's keep on training our imagination on how God's kingdom is among us. God's kingdom that, as we've heard in worship recently, is described by Jesus as small but pervasive, like a mustard seed, like yeast, like seed that gets scattered around, some of which takes root, others doesn't, but God just keeps planting seeds. So let's look for how the seeds are sprouting and be people who plant seeds of love ourselves. So let's keep at loving God, sharing relationships, serving others from the heart of Christ. Oh, and you might know that we've been sharing a youth event this Sunday after worship, August 13th. Just hang around after worship. We'll have pizza and games and enjoy being together in life with Jesus. Peace to you, church.